Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we stop by East Brunswick's newest medical office as Preferred Radiology opens up on Cranberry Road. Mayor Cohn talks with the owners and helps cut the ribbon at the facility. Then we head to Middlesex County College, where the East Brunswick High School boys and girls swim teams held Senior Day, recognizing and honoring the senior student athletes on the team before a meet against Greater Middlesex County Conference rivals J.P. Stevens. Al Nygren, the executive director and curator of the New Jersey Film Festival, joins us in studio to interview documentary filmmaker Roger Paradiso about his film The Lost Village that focuses on Greenwich Village. The Lost Village is one of dozens of films that will be screened at the 2018 spring season of the festival. All this, plus we have information on upcoming events taking place this month at the East Brunswick Public Library. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
So I'm here today in the new offices of Preferred Radiology. It's one of our newest physician groups, radiology groups, in fact, to become members of the East Brunswick community. And couldn't be more happy to welcome here to East Brunswick. Being a physician myself, it's especially proud to be able to cut the ribbon on what has been the first new medical group here in East Brunswick under my tenure as mayor. So I'm really, really happy for you.
Thank you.
Maybe you could talk a little bit about the services that you provide, where you're located, and hours, so that hopefully people out there in the community may be able to understand a little bit more about what you're providing.
Sure, no problem. We're located at 620 Cranberry Road, Suite 206 in East Brunswick, New Jersey. We're right in the building with LabCorp and Brunswick Hills. And we do a full range of ultrasounds. We do x-rays, mammograms, bone DEXA scanning. And then we are open from 9 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening, sorry. And then we want to give the best imaging as we possibly can. We have great radiologists to do all the dictations. Our turnover time for the reports are 24 hours, so they're quick and efficient and good quality, so for good diagnoses.
Great. Maybe a little bit about insurances that you provide.
We take all major insurances, including Medicaid. So if there's any pre-authorizations, we could work with you. And we also have discounted rates for people that don't have insurances, so they're not spending too much money, and then they could come to us and we could provide them with a good service at a discounted price.
Okay. Any words you want to add about being in East Brunswick and the business and opportunity that we're providing for you?
I'm from New York, Rockland County, and when I came to New Jersey, we looked at different towns, and when we entered East Brunswick, we were approached by a few people, and they showed us around. We found that the other businesses here presented a lot of good ideas, reasons why to come to East Brunswick over other towns. And we decided we decided from all the positive feedback that we got from everybody that owns a business here that this would be a good fit for a radiology, and our decision was quickly made to come to this location over surrounding towns.
Again, because it's the world that I come from of medicine, but you're very fortunate because this is a Middlesex County in general, and I have used this statement over and over again, but I wouldn't use it if it wasn't so powerful. If you live anywhere in Middlesex County and you travel 2 hours from this location, you have a combined population within that circle of 20 million people that have disposable income over $800 billion. There is no other place in the entire country that could make that statement other than Philadelphia or New York, and we're located exactly in between both of them. So you're catchment area is very wide. You're on Doctor Row right here in East Brunswick.
Yes.
There are almost any doctor you could think of is located right here. You have two major medical centers in your backyard, Robert Wood Johnson, which is now combined with Barnabas Medical Center, and St. Peter's. You're not really that far from Old Ridge Regional, Center State, and several other major hospitals, so JFK being another one.
Yes.
So you've got a lot of opportunity based on population and medical centers to really do well here. And so it's my wish on behalf of the township that any business that comes to East Brunswick finds it an opportunity and that they do well, because your success just breeds more success to the next guy.
Yes, yes. This is a big reason why we wanted to be in the East Brunswick community.
Well, we wish you the best.
Thank
and
you
hope
so
the
much.
best for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Dan.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank everyone for taking time out of their day to come and celebrate with us the grand opening of Preferred Radiology.
Thank the mayor for coming out in the chamber. We just want to thank the mayor, the township, for helping us on this great day, and then I want to thank my family and my friends, and then everybody that else that came out to support us. And then we're looking for a good long-term business here.
On behalf of the town, welcome you here. It's the first time I'm actually getting to do this as a mayor and a physician, because we clearly refer very frequently to radiology groups. And I don't know if you know that the other alternative name for Cranberry Road is Doctor's Way, because almost every doctor you could think of is somewhere along Cranberry Road and the surrounding towns. So so you have a great opportunity here. It's a great town, and we're just pleased as pie. Anytime we see a new business coming here to East Brunswick, it just makes the town richer and provides a lot more opportunities for the residents that live here. So we wish you many, many years of success.
Thank you so much. All right, so
So
ready for this,
is
Mike?
it.
That's it.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, kiss the movie.
The East Brunswick High School boys and girls swim teams held senior day at Middlesex County College before a home meet against J.P. Stevens. Both East Brunswick squads beat J.P. Stevens as the boys took the GMC Red Division Championship for the first time in program history. Congratulations to all the seniors. Now let's check out some of the action and meet the seniors.
Happy New Year, everyone. It's Al Nygren back to give you an overview and interviews with our New Jersey Film Festival Spring 2018 season, which will be taking place on select Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings between Friday, January 26th and Friday, March 2nd. We have a couple of free screenings that will be taking place at the end of the season that I'll tell you about during the overview. But today is our first interview with a filmmaker. Today we have the director of The Lost Village, Roger Paradiso. Welcome, Roger.
Hello, Al. How are you?
I'm
Good seeing
doing
you.
great. I'm doing great. And we'll be talking to Roger for the next few minutes about his wonderful film, The Lost Village, which is pretty much talking about the changing Greenwich Village scene in New York City. So, Roger, hi, and how did you get involved in this film?
I've always been around the village, and I just started feeling that things were, changing over the decades. But someone pointed me to a rally that was happening. It was the Faculty Student Rebellion Against NYU, the corporate university.
Yeah.
I said, well, that sounds kind of good. And I went, and I heard a lot of good stuff, but the thing that made me do the movie was a young student, female, got up in a eyes wide shut kind of mask.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's interesting. And then what she said was more interesting. She talked about becoming a prostitute because her father had died before she went to school. Her mother was working to get her into a good school. Everyone wants to get into a good school. She got into NYU. NYU does not have a lot of scholarships, despite being a kind of wealthy school. Mm-hmm. And she took out loans, and her mother got sick, so that source of income dried up. And she went to the administration, she got faculty support, and it ended up that they told her to take out more loans.
And this was a grade A,
she was a very
straight
good
A
student.
Yeah,
they used her as a model for some program she was in. And her statement that she had to become a dominatrix and a prostitute to pay her tuition just got me. And I said, I got to make this movie because I hadn't heard about this. And I went up to a lot of people and I said, do you know this is going on? And not really. So the corporate media, the big media, is not covering this, and it's really up to journalists and filmmakers to bring this stuff out.
The biggest drag on the deficit is student debt in many ways, right?
Student debt is at 1.3 trillion and climbing.
Crazy.
It is higher than all credit card debt, and it is second to mortgage debt. And people are saying that the suicide rate among college students is increasing. And that the hotlines are taking all kinds of calls about people in school and out of school who are faced with mountains of debt. Yeah. And the debt is sort of unforgiving. There's fines, there's interest accruing.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle you can't get out of.
It's a bad thing.
$63,000 to go for 1 year to NYU? Or something like that.
Well,
right?
I found a newspaper, NYU paper, clipping from 1965. And it said, people are going crazy. NYU has raised tuition to $1,800 for full-time student 2 semesters.
Right.
So $900 a semester. And today, tuition only is $51,000 on average. They have different programs,
right.
But $51,000 for tuition. But then you add in the room and board in New York. NYU estimates room and board about $18,000, which is, to most people who know, apartment rentals in New York is unrealistic.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the food costs and books and all that, and living costs. So you have to estimate at least $25,000 or more for living costs on top of the 51. So it makes NYU one of the most expensive schools in the country.
Right. So, but that was the most captivating footage of your film. But your film is not just about NYU and their kind of, raking the students over the coals to with no real help for them. But
Right.
it's really about the changing Greenwich Village scene, bookstores closing.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that too.
Yes. Well, basically, I'm using the village as a metaphor kind of for the way things are working around this country. In LA, definitely. You have the same situations in Santa Monica and Venice, USC, UCLA. Westwood has just about disappeared. So basically what happens is it's a desirable real estate place. The landlords come in and they work very well with the city councils and stuff, and they end up raising rents. In New York City, there's no commercial rent laws, really. So the landlord could come up to you, you're paying $10,000. They could say the rent now is 20 or 30 or 40,
Right.
and I'm not going to give you a 5-year lease. I'm giving you a 1 year or 2 year. And these are the choices that
It's
the people
crazy.
have. So you see a lot of vacant buildings and storefronts.
One of my favorite restaurants, which was on Bleecker Street, Risoteria, I have celiac disease, so I would go there because they had wonderful gluten-free food. So I would drive in from New Jersey to get frozen pizzas from them so I'd be able to survive for a week. And then the owner, who I became friends with, told me that they just jacked up double my rent. And so he had to close down, which is one of the many stories that are seen in your movie. And it's a really wonderful film, and everyone should come and see it. We'll be screening it on Sunday, January 28th. And Roger will be there to take questions with the audience. There's lots of questions that your film raises that I think, audience members will enjoy talking to you about. And, the other metaphor in your film, and we'll close with that, is the fact that the United States is becoming like the Roman Empire and the falling Roman Empire. And I think that's very accurately depicted in your film.
I think we have a landlord in the White House, and things are going just about the way I thought they would.
Yeah.
And
It's
this
very
new
scary.
tax bill is, going to help the 1%. And what happened in Rome is when the wealthy just hoarded all the money, there were rebellions by the slaves and serfs. And they destroyed Rome more than the barbarians did, so-called barbarians. Yeah, but we could get into all that at the screen.
Yeah. Please, folks, do come to this screening again. That's on Sunday, January 28th at 7 p.m. in Voorhees Hall, room 105 on the Rutgers University campus in New Brunswick, New Jersey at 71 Hamilton Street. General admission is $12, $10 for students and seniors. There'll be free food courtesy of Jimmy John's of New Brunswick, so come and hang out with us and chat with Roger at the screening. Thanks so much
All right.
for coming, Roger.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Al.
Thank you so much,
Appreciate
too.
it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No one should be getting rich by working at a university, and no one should be made poor by going to one.
The flavor of the village is being wiped out by the rents.
There's no way I will ever be able to afford again in my life to live here.
Not one landlord in 18 years could ever prove that they were denied a reasonable rent.
Real estate
That's where all the money is
owns
in
the
city.
government. So
At the tail of two cities.
So my only hope is there'll be a revolution.
Hello, I'm Karen Parry, Manager of Information Services at the East Brunswick Library, and I'm here today to tell you about a very exciting new database that we purchased called Tutor.com that's available to all East Brunswick Library card holders. One of the most common things that our librarians see on the reference desk is questions for a tutor for their child, whether it be math, reading, language, help with homework, help with finding a job from adults. So we get a lot of various questions from people looking for a tutor. And we are very excited to bring our patrons a new database called Tutor.com that actually brings live tutors free to all our library card holders. I'm joined here today by Jake Ramsey. He's the Director of Product at Tutor.com. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you, Karen. It's great to be here.
Thank you. We are so excited to bring our residents finally a tutoring database. Jake, can you tell me a little bit about the database? What is it, and how will it help our residents?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Tutor.com is the community's one-stop shop for help with homework, studying, essays, test prep, or even finding a job. We have tutors available from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. And thanks to our partnership with East Brunswick Public Library, our service is completely free for everyone in the community. So it's fully online. There's no need to even leave your home. You can just log into tutor.com through the library's website, connect with one of our tutors. On average, we connect you in about 60 seconds. And then once you're matched together in our online classroom, you can chat with your tutor, connect with them for a voice conference using your laptop or your computer microphone, or even send them files and URLs and work together on projects in real time. So it's a great way for anyone to get help of any age.
So exciting, Jake. One of the questions I know we're going to get is, how do I know that these tutors are qualified?
That's a great question and one that we hear a lot, so it's something that we take really seriously at tutor.com. We're really fortunate. We get over 100,000 applicants a year who are looking to become tutors and join our network, so we're able to be really selective. And our selection process starts with exams in every subject area where a tutor's qualifying to provide services. Those are very difficult, but the tutors who move on from those exams after passing them go through a mock tutoring session where they're connecting with one of our more senior instructors to make sure that they're ready to deliver help in our online classroom environment. And then finally, of course, we do a background check. And that's a criminal and an educational background check. And then once we bring a tutor on, they're actively managed and mentored, and of course we repeat those background checks twice yearly. Because we, again, take student privacy and student safety very seriously.
That's really important. One other question that I know we're going to get from our parents is there a limit to how much time each student has with a tutor?
There's no limit. Our average session is about 20 to 25 minutes long, but that's going to vary depending on the specific question that the student has and the subject that they're looking for help in. For example, a student who just needs help with a nightly algebra homework assignment, maybe she's going to connect with a tutor and only take 10 minutes because that's all the time it takes to get her unstuck so she can move on to the next thing in her life. But maybe that same student will come back the next week and need help with an essay that she's writing. And she'll connect with a tutor and they'll work together on that writing project together for maybe 30 or 40 minutes. So it's really up to the student and what they need.
And Jake, so this is free, right?
That's right. Through our partnership with East Brunswick Public Library, tutor.com is completely free for students, adult learners, adult job seekers, really the whole community. So any library card holder can just visit the website at EBPL.org to log into tutor.com and get connected with a tutor 7 days a week, anytime between 3 p.m. and 10 p.m.
So Jake, you mentioned that tutor.com is for more than just students. Tell me a little bit about what adults can find on tutor.com.
Well, we offer a wide range of services for adults. So adults who are finishing their GED or going back to school to complete their undergraduate degree, we of course have academic tutors standing by to support them. But we also have career coaches available 7 days a week to help them with job search, interview prep, or even writing a resume or a cover letter when they're getting ready to apply for an opportunity. So we have really anything that they might need.
So exciting. Thank you so much, Jake, for coming and sharing this valuable information with our community. And I hope all our residents will log on to the library website. If your child needs help with tutoring question, if you need help with a resume, career coaching, ESL, please log on to the library website and check out tutor.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Melissa Hosick, and I invite you to attend one of our upcoming January events for adults at the East Brunswick Public Library. All are open to the public. On Tuesday, January 23rd at 7 p.m., Dr. Bill Fernekes will discuss human rights issues and how activism will help us be prepared for protecting the rights for all. This program is going to also be live streamed on the library's Facebook account. On Wednesday, January 24th at 7 p.m., join Joanna Baruch for an opera talk on the marriage of Figaro. This program is co-sponsored by the East Brunswick Arts Commission. On Sunday, January 28th at 2 p.m., join Ima Barrera and learn some photography basics, including lighting and composition. This program is co-sponsored by the Raritan Photographic Society. To learn about our other events, such as our new AV Club, film festivals, knitting groups, and more, visit ebpl.org/calendar or follow us on social media. We hope to see you in January.